Country musician Brett Kissel is the star of the show, and he joins me now. Brett, what went through your mind when this all became confirmed and announced?
Well, I'll tell you, it was pretty crazy. You know what? When Everest Place reached out to me and reached out to my team to say we want to do a drive-in concert, of course we said yes. And of course, we kind of shared some of the details on how things went in Alberta last weekend. But when they told us that they wanted to do it on Saturday, June 20th, we thought, are you crazy? That's only like a few days to plan, promote, sell tickets, and execute a show of this size. But you know what? They are an incredible organization, an extremely great team. And we knew that the appetite for country music is very strong in Saskatchewan. So we said, you know what? Let's give her. And I'm very thankful that we did.
Brett, what have you been up to through the pandemic? How are you keeping busy? Because I know this has been very hard on musicians. I've noticed you have a presence on TikTok.
Yeah, you know what? During the pandemic, we decided that we'd kind of doubled down our efforts on social media. You know what? My wife and I and our little kids, we definitely find the silver lining in everything. We are very optimistic people. So with that being said, we had a lot of fun with like the weekend and the blinding lights challenge, a whole bunch of other things that we've been able to do on social media. But as far as keeping busy is concerned, it's very easy when you've got a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old, and a wiener dog, and you're chasing after them on our family farm or around our place here outside of Edmonton.
So how does it feel to be getting back on stage? Do you have nerves about the crowd given the pandemic?
I don't, to be honest. I'm not nervous whatsoever. On the side of safety. I hope that doesn't come across as insensitive in any way, shape, or form. We just know that we've covered the basis. We're following the rules to a T, and we know that safety is the number one concern of everybody's. So now that we've got that taken care of, I can focus on being an entertainer. When it comes to being nervous about the show and how people are going to, receive it, that is something that's very unique and maybe a little awkward too, because I'm used to a giant crowd and a wonderful relationship with the crowd. And here, everybody's going to be in their vehicle. They got to be social distanced, and everybody's going to have to applause by honking their horns. So it's going to be pretty unique to do it. But we did it in Edmonton, and it was some of the best shows I've ever done in my life. So I'm pretty excited for what Regina has to offer.
This concert is supporting the food bank. So was the one you did in Alberta. Why is that important to you?
You know, I think that a lot of people go to the food bank when they're in a tough time. So many people on the prairies have fallen on tough times. So we wanted to make sure that we're not just entertaining for the sake of entertaining. We're using our music for good. And I'm very thankful that in Edmonton, we're able to raise money for the food bank. Here in Saskatchewan, people are able to donate, as well as proceeds from the tickets are going to the food bank in Regina. We know a lot of people need this service right now, more so than ever before. So it's our job as global citizens and as community members to help everybody out when we can.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you about your new album. Normally when you release an album, there's a big tour, there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, and you released an album just as COVID hit.
We had a couple good months. When the album came out in January, actually on January 1st, it debuted at #1, and that was a first for me. We had a #1 song with Drink About Me, and we thought that we were experiencing, well, not thought, we knew. We were experiencing some of the greatest days and some of the most incredible momentum that we've ever had in my life in country music. And then the pandemic hits, and it ends like that. So for us, it was a little bit tough. You know, it was a hard pill to swallow, but we have to understand that there are a lot of people that are going through rougher patches than what we're going through. And we know that we can pick up where we left off. We know that absence makes the heart grow fonder, and music is something that can heal people. I just had to understand that sometimes music can heal me. So I went internal, I wrote a few extra songs, and I've been playing a lot more guitar and being a lot more creative than I've ever been in my life, and I'm grateful for that. So yes, it's not the 2020 I imagined, but I truly believe that, the sun is going to shine brighter in 2021. We're going to be able to achieve some great things next year.
Thanks so much for your time, Brett. Have a good time at the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.